let me show you the new client dashboard for Notion. It's ideal for any agency, design agency, freelancer, or any business that has clients that they need to manage. As you can see from the dashboard, we've split out the clients between active and prospect clients, although they are actually in the same database, so you can look at them both together. As seen here in this view, we've got both clients, active clients and prospect clients, and it's just a customer status that's been used. So we've got active clients here. We can look at next actions that they may have. We've got a list view of the active clients. We can see the products, the clients by product. Again, this is just a select option within the client, so we can change out the product names, etc. From a prospect perspective, we have a series of statuses that you can see as you're going through. Again, this is just a status list, so you can change the status to meet your process accordingly. And we can look at the prospects by product and next action. So that gives you an overview of your clients. If we look in more detail at the client, we have a series of database fields that allows you to record the main details about that client. So it's where you are at the moment. So the hourly rate feeds into the invoice. The products is just for your information. Again, a lot of this is just for your information, so it's quick access, so you don't need to look very far to get that information. But if we scroll down, we have a page that details the specifics of the client. So we have an area that shows the documents that are linked to that client, and we've got an area for your timesheets and invoicing. We also have a client portal area. So this page is for your own personal use. It's where you manage your client, and it's the information that you put in there, so the notes that you put down here in the knowledge base is for your own personal use. It will not be shared with the client. When you want to create a collaborative space for the client and yourself, you use this workspace here. And I'll cover that in a minute, why that's important not to share any of this information. So if we look at the documents, this is just the documents for this client. And we can look at, we have got 9, I think it's 9 or 11 templates for you to use for contractual type of templates for you to use to link to your client. So if we just click on the client contract one here, because there was multiple contracts that you could, multiple documents there, you need to link the document to the client in the first place, and then a document page will be created. There we go. So if we click on that page, it contains the contract for that client. Now in your template, you can edit it and you can fill in your details, put in your logo, etc. That will always be there for every contract. So make those templates fit your business. And then for each new one that you associate with each client, you can then just put in the client details. So you've got your standard contract there. We've linked it to the client, and then we can export it as a PDF. So that will download to your computer. And again, I'll deal with that in a minute. So if we go back to the client, we can see that that client contract is linked. So we can have a start date there, and then we put that in a month's time, a year's time. And so that contract exists for you. So that currently is only visible for you. If I quickly jump into the client workspace now. So this area is for you to share with your client using the share button up here. And so it is designed to show your process, show your main information. So again, you fill that information in as you see fit. It's got a project that you can create. So you create the project that you, and the tasks within it that you want for the client. And you've got knowledge base down here that again is solely for the client. So all of this workspace is database items that are unique to this workspace. So it's not shared with any of your client dashboard or with any other customers. The problem that we had if you shared the document database that we looked at before in here is that this client could then, because it's a database that contains other clients' details, there's a risk of sharing information that they shouldn't see. So this is all unique within itself. So you can alter this as you see fit, but don't add in any databases from outside of this workspace. So we have a getting started guide for the client. So again, you can fill this in as you see fit. We have meetings that you can set up within here, of which you can put in your agenda, any action items. The notes are then displayed down here. You can add your invoice information here, and you can add any other documents here in your knowledge base. So we have a document section down here, and you can either add them in the notes. We've got a files area here, so if you're storing it externally and you've got a URL that you have, or as we downloaded one before, I can just drag it up into here. We've got the PDF there. Now I can choose to add it in there. I can put in client contract and fill in whatever details I want to, and the contract is there as we created previously. So all of the documentation is there. We've got a final feedback form. Again, this is a Google's form that I have created. You may have something else that's more appropriate. You may want to create your own, but you can just link it in to this page. So again, the client has visibility of it for them to look at. They can add their details within the knowledge base, so they can fill in this questionnaire about what their goals of the project are. They can fill in their resources so that they're adding their logos or whatever's required for your business. They can create mood boards, put in links of things that they like, etc. So we can share information there, and then any accounts or tech tools that they need, that you need access to, can be shared within there. So this is all within the client area that is visible to the client. You can obviously just use it for yourself. You don't need to share it, but this is visible. This can be shared with the client for you to work with. Whereas, as I said previously, the client page and everything within that shouldn't be shared within that. So this client area here, this client documents and things, do not share that because it's shared. It has information about other clients in there as well. So if we now go back to the timesheets, we can look at adding some work activity here. So did some work, and let's put in the effort that we put in. So put in an end date and a time. Let's make it 9. So we started at 9 o'clock and we went through to 11:15. So it's calculated at 2.25 hours. The hourly rate has come through from the client's hourly rate that we added up here. So currently the invoice amount is £112.50. If you have a team, then you can put the team that's in there if you want. So that you just keep adding that work log into here. So let's just quickly add another. We've recorded some time here. Now we can create an invoice. Now it may be that you do that on a monthly basis for all of your clients. So there is a section here, rather than it being on a client by client basis, it's rather than having to go into each client, you can do it at a higher level, i.e. you can see all your clients at once. So you can go in here and create a new invoice. So let's say client to invoice. And it doesn't exist, so let's create a new one. It now appears down here. If we click through, we've got that piece of work hour associated with it. As we can see, it's got two there. If we then want to click in, that's the one as well, so that also is linked in there. If we open up the invoice, we've got a page and you've got the details that you can put in the invoice. It has got the work hours here, but again, you may not want all of the information that's in that table, so it's there if you want to use it, but otherwise you can cut and paste into a simple table there. And again, export the PDF and you can get there. So that then creates the client, which you can then send. You can obviously download it and then upload it into the client's area. Go back to the client, go in there, and you can upload it into their workspace, into the financials area. And I think that is pretty much it. So we've covered templates, invoicing, and the main dashboard, and we've also covered the workspace that the client gets. And if you're anything like me, I need to manage my own business and my clients. So this area manages my clients, and do take a look at the business planner that then also manages your business. Same format, same way that it works, and you can integrate the two together. I'll go over that in another video.